Hey guys, it's John from Town Planning Expert doing another anti-guru video, and this time round we are doing one live. We're doing one with me in it rather than some cool pictures and other bits and pieces. So today I wanted to talk about one of my favourite points of development really, which is pack a parachute. Now, I'm going to explain what I mean by this. I've seen a lot of anti-guru videos over the last few weeks. I've been at home enjoying the lockdown because the lockdown gives me an opportunity to do other things other than just be a town planner. And I've been watching a lot of anti-guru videos, and one of the big consistent things that the anti-guru videos encourage you to do, I absolutely encourage you to do, is jump off the cliff. Right? You're a lemming. You're a person who's going to follow them where angels fear to tread. You can do development, and you can do development quickly. You don't need your day job. Why on earth would you need your day job? Well, because it pays the bills. But what they get you to do is launch yourself off this cliff top. They get you to jump. Now, I've seen the result as a mentor and a trainer of what happens when people, for some reason, make that leap. They take that jump. They follow the trainer and say, right, I'm going to do what you do. And it doesn't end well. It always ends badly. It always ends normally with the mentee or the trainee saying, my burn rate was higher than I anticipated. Not only have I spent money on the training, but I've also spent money on the burn rate. I've had to fund my lifestyle. I haven't cut back on my lifestyle. My lifestyle continued irrespective, and I burnt through my savings. So a training that can cost, £6,000 or £7,000 across the bandwidth of a year ends up costing tens of thousands of pounds because the training is about 6 to 7 grand. But the burn rate, the amount of money that person needs to survive and thrive in modern Britain, is so high that actually you end up getting a mentee that can't survive. They hit the ground hard. Now, in the United Kingdom of Corona land that we are now in, because this is being recorded at the time of the coronavirus epidemic, burn rate is huge. Every business is making a judgment about burn rate. Even we're making a judgment about burn rate at TPX, and our mission is always to be the last man standing, but we're making a judgment on our burn rates and what's important to us. So, I say to mentees, always pack a parachute. And ideally pack 2 or 3 parachutes. And I want to explain to you what exactly I mean by pack a parachute. So, when it comes to development is slow. It's a slow fall, essentially. You've jumped out of that plane, and let's use the analogy of a parachutist, one of those mental cases who decides that given an open door of a plane at 10,000 feet, they want to jump out. There are a few for you out there. So you've jumped out the plane, and it's a slow fall. That 10,000 feet is going to go for a long while. So you've got this sight that you're holding on to as you fall. Now, your development option is to let go of that sight before you hit the ground. Okay? So whatever your primary strategy is, you're going to hold on to that sight before you hit the ground. And hopefully when you let go of the sight, you'll slow down and you'll be fine. So that's your primary development option. When I say pack a parachute or pack multiples, what I mean is this. Your secondary option is your parachute. What happens if you cannot let go of the site before you hit 1,000 feet, before you hit that point where you've got to pull the parachute? Right? What happens? Now, that could be a permitted development option. It could be flipping the site on. It could be that you bought the site low. Okay, so you bought it below market value and you can pull the ripcord and resell that site and not lose. Right? You let go of the site, pull the cord, you're safe. So that's your parachute. But no one ever jumps out of a plane with just one parachute. You jump out with two. You have the one you pack yourself, your main, and you have the reserve, someone else's responsibility. I don't do parachuting, so I'm sure those parachutists will tell me that I've got that horrendously wrong. Doesn't matter. So the second parachute, your reserve, is can I use the building as an asset? What can I do with it as it is? My development option hasn't worked. My primary parachute has failed. I'm stuck with this building. I need to pull the chute and make sure there's enough in the deal for me to be able to save myself. Now, this is where I differ. This is where the anti-guru comes in. I always take the view that you should pack two parachutes. The gurus out there, as lovely as they are, don't talk about multiple parachutes. They just talk about primary strategies, or some of them talk about multiple strategies, all run on different sites, blah, blah, blah. We all know who they are. So I always talk about strategies, parachutes on individual sites. So what's your main, what's your primary chute, and what's your secondary, your reserve? On your reserve, you need to make sure you can use the building as it is without planning even touching it. An example, a care home. We're developing a care home right now. Our primary strategy, it's a listed building, is that we can get planning permission and flip it. Right? We'll get planning permission and flip it. Then build it ourselves, get planning permission, release it. That's our primary. Our secondary is that we have to get planning permission and do it. The market's not strong enough for a flip. Our reserve is that we use it inside the care home class. So it gets reconfigured as anything else inside that class C2 use. We're using the building as it presently is. Right? It might not make us as much money, but it saves us. And all the while knowing that we haven't jumped off the cliff, because development is secondary to what we do as our primary income stream. We work, we have jobs, we are planning consultants. And that's the important thing. That brings us back to my original thesis for this anti-guru video, which is, before you jump off the cliff, are you jumping for the right reason? Are you jumping at a point where your other business, your other development business can take over? That your life support system is preserved? If you're not, if you're being told by a guru, jump. It'll be the best decision in your life. Jump. You don't need a job. Job means just over broke. Jump. And ask yourself a serious question. Who are they telling to jump? Are they telling you to jump because it's in your best interest? Or are they telling you to jump because you'll go on to a course and then you'll learn some stuff and that'll increase your burn rate? I'm sure I'll do a video on burn rate later. I've been John McDermott. This has been an anti-guru video, a different anti-guru video because I'm talking direct. And I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, You'll get updates when I do my next anti-guru video, but I will see you very, very soon.